Vegas to Mortar, Santa Fe and Espa. From Dulce all the way to Burger. This new Mex, bruh, let me show you how we do it.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to another Brycon video. We are on the last finishing stages of this project. We are cutting out the windows. We spent the majority of the morning cutting out the windows. It is 10:30. We got here at 7. So far we got about 2 windows fully cut out. I'm about to cut out this third one in this other room. It was just a matter of getting the groove of things, just to kind of figure out what really needed to be done. But taking off all the stucco and windows, it's really becoming a pain in the butt. Manuel's on the skill saw with the diamond blade, actually cutting and tracing the chalk line that we went ahead and we marked. And then Steven's following behind him, taking off all of the stucco and wire mesh. And I'm following behind Steven, actually cutting out the window frames flush with the studs and the stucco all the way around. As you can see, this is what it looks like. We have Alberto on the inside, taking out some of the trim. morning, guys. It's actually the next day from that last clip. We actually landed up wrapping up the Brycon project. So we went ahead and we finished the Brycon project. We got all that demoed out, so it looks absolutely amazing. I'll go ahead and play some of the clips that I actually took from that job. It's like I said, it's currently the next day. We got a bunch of extra stuff from that junk removal, which was pretty nice. Well, not a junk removal, I guess you could say a demolition. But here's the expanded metal that was actually on the roof. I don't know if you guys remember from the video, but I actually borrowed, quote unquote, borrowed a couple of pieces to actually outfit our trailer. So basically what we're kind of wanting to do is we're kind of wanting to close off the neck. See how the neck is like super open? So we actually want to close off the neck and actually put the expanded metal maybe about half a foot, about 6 inches down, about right here, just leaning on the neck, to give us a little bit of a upper area to keep tools, right? So for example, like all of the wheelbarrows, the two wheelbarrows, we'd be able to just boom, post on top of the neck, bungee them down, and we'll go from there. Kind of like how our air compressor is. You can see the air compressor is like that. So basically, if we can mount the wheelbarrows and stuff on there, and the reason why I want to go with expanded metal is because when it rains, the water is actually able to drop through the expanded metal, but it's at the end of the day, when you weld it, it's still hard and firm enough to hold chains, binders, and whatever type of weight we want to be able to add. So for example, like the cooler can go up there, bungee down, and the two wheelbarrows can go up there, bungee down, and you know, for example, pickaxes, shovels, etc. We want to make another little compartment right here, just right above the toolbox. You figure the toolbox opens about this high. We want this container to sit about right here, and basically a container to hold all of our shovels, pickaxes, gravel rakes, things like that. That way. Wow, I had a brain fart. That way, this trailer is automatically outfitted with absolutely everything we need on a daily basis, and the only thing we're really loading into the truck would be any of our accessories like drills, drill bits, like sawzalls, anything like that, really. Now, we used to keep a lot of that, we used to keep all of that stuff in the actual toolbox of the dump trailer, for example, right here. So we used to keep everything in here, and this is nice. We really utilize these toolboxes. We got a bunch of tools and all the jacks and everything that we need, extra extension cords and everything to charge the trailer. But other than that, that's kind of that's really what our limitations are. So I think outfitting this trailer is going to really benefit us. A little bit of some future plans on the work truck. I mean, we're gonna try to mess up the bed a lot more before we actually spend the money on getting a flatbed. She's not perfect, but she looks damn good. I mean, there's just something about a Chevy. I really love the bed stack, but I think it's time to axle dump it. If and when we do axle dump it is when we're going to go ahead and throw that flatbed on there with some toolboxes. But as of right now, I really like the way it looks. I mean, I like the bed, I really do. You know, I guess we'll see exactly you know, what happens and how it goes.
What's going on, guys? Good morning. We are here at our customer's house. We are doing a little bit of tree trimming and cleanup today. We got Brycon all wrapped up, so now we got everybody here. We're trimming all these trees here that are kind of growing up in these power lines. Not too crazy. One of the simpler projects we got going on this week. We start a turf install on Friday, but I think today this will get done. Tomorrow we got skid steer and another cleanup, and then Friday we got a remodel and whatever else gets thrown our way. But this is where we're at. We're right here down the street from the office, not too far at all. And yeah, we're just trimming up some trees. Let's get to work.
Doing some tree trimming
Well, I'll probably just try to stay over here. So that way you throw shit, I'll just throw it in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Until we move.
Let me see, what tool is that? Okay, yeah, that one would work. That's for the weed eater, but that's okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They kind of look the same.
That's just
Oh, it's hella loose.
Oh, yeah. Then we'll tighten it because
okay, let me see.
Operating it.
I'll get it. Let me see that. Oh, it's loose, that's why. The nuts. Alrighty guys, so we actually did quite a few things from that last clip. That last clip you saw, we were actually doing a backyard cleanup with some tree trimming and bush trimming. We went ahead and we wrapped that up. Didn't take the boys too long. We actually ended up doing the neighbors since we were already there. They're actually installing a bunch of fiber optics throughout the neighborhood, so it was very hard to actually coordinate and get the trailers in and out of there, but we managed to get it done today. But we went ahead and we just did some trimming, leaf blew with the leaf blower, and then of course we trimmed some trees around the power lines, things like that, got it cleaned up. The guys actually went to the dump, ended up getting the second job complete. They actually just left their third job that they had today. They actually just got back to the yard now, and they clocked out at 5, so it was overall a very good day. Glad we were able to get the amount of work accomplished that we actually got done today. Me and Justin actually ran estimates from 11 o'clock all the way to about 4. Quoted out a concrete ramp was one of them. One of our good clients that we've worked with in the past actually needs a concrete ramp done, so we quoted her out for that. A yard cleanup, I think, and just overall another remodel that we actually just got done. So we've just sent all of those estimates out, and it is 5:30. I am headed home for the day. I'm going to edit this video. I don't know where we're at. It's a lot of random clips. First it was the Abrazo, or not, sorry, excuse me. That's a secret. I can't tell you about that yet. First it was the demolition for Brycon. We ended up wrapping that up, as I already spoke about that this morning. And then we just had a couple of yard cleanups here and there. So glad we were able to accomplish all of that. Like I said, a lot of random videos, but we'll see where we're at. We'll catch you guys catch up with you guys tomorrow. Probably gonna put this clip and tomorrow's clip in the same video. I don't see it being any longer than 15 minutes. So I think we'll be able to fit tomorrow into this video. But basically tomorrow would be Thursday, March 13th of 2025. We are going to be picking up a Bobcat tomorrow morning and taking it over to a subdivision out in Los Lunas to do a subdivision clean out. We're actually going to be removing a quarter-mile stretch filled with just sand and dirt, debris from them actually building a new subdivision. So we're gonna go and clean out the subdivision, get that down, get that finished up tomorrow. We have another yard cleanup tomorrow as well that we're gonna send one of the guys on. So we'll split up the crews tomorrow. One's going to be doing the subdivision clean out and the other one is going to be doing a yard cleanup. So it should be very interesting. We have estimates tomorrow booked from I think 11 a.m. all the way to 4. Same thing. Hopefully, we can stay ahead of the game, get all those estimates kind of typed up and sent out by tomorrow evening. Have another very important meeting tomorrow. I think it's at 3 o'clock. Hopefully get that busted out by the end of the week. It should be a very good Thursday and Friday when it comes to wrapping up the week and getting everything done and complete. This truck is actually going to be serviced this Saturday to get some of the power steering stuff tweaked and everything. So pretty excited. Like I said, I'm on my way home, and we will catch up with you guys tomorrow morning when we're going to the subdivision clean out. Okay, so this is a whole nother clip, and needless to say, I'm pretty upset. It's a beautiful Saturday. I am here in Los Lunas. I drove about 45 minutes to a job site that we were actually at yesterday, but we actually couldn't finish because it got really windy. I'm upset at myself because yesterday when we were here, I actually lost the GoPro. I had recorded tons of footage of the jobs that we were doing, the past couple of jobs that we were doing, but now I had lost all that footage. So it's okay. Blessed to be here. It's a beautiful Saturday, like I said. Today we have the skid steer with us. I don't know if you can see. I will show you. Basically, we'll be doing this is part of our subdivision clean out service that we're doing right now for Abrazo. But basically, considering we live in a desert and it gets super windy here, a lot of the dirt, a lot of the sand actually blows up against walls and stuff here in the neighborhoods and on the streets and stuff. So our job is to kind of make sure that they're clear and that there's no dust that will kind of make the landscaping look bad, basically. So let me put my jacket on and I'll kind of show you exactly what we've been doing, what needs to be done. I came back, like I said, it's on a Saturday. I kind of slept in. It's 10:30. I shouldn't be here long. It should only take me about an hour from what's left. I'm hoping that when I go and I actually dump, I can find the GoPro. What had happened is that I actually set the GoPro on the trailer to take a time lapse, and I was loading the trailer, and Steven actually went to go take the trailer to go dump. I completely forgot about the GoPro. It's on me. I take full accountability. I left it on the trailer and he kind of drove off with it and it got buried. It was already late in the evening yesterday. It was super windy and it was kind of getting dark and super dark. So it was just not worth looking for. But today is a new day and we're gonna get started. So let me put my jacket on and I'll show you exactly what we got going on. All right, so this is the cat that they gave us. This thing is very, very nice, very luxurious, I will say. Now, I've driven Bobcats and I've driven John Deeres, but I've never driven a cat. This is my first time. And I will say it does ride like a Cadillac, very smooth. It's only bouncy when you have a load in your bucket, which is pretty normal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get this thing unloaded. This is basically what we got done yesterday. There was a whole nother wall that we actually just cleared out the other day. That was a little bit bigger than this, but basically this is what we got going on. See, this is where I had the GoPro when it kind of fell. I had it kind of recording right here to do a little bit of a time lapse, and it completely got lost. But it's a little chilly this morning. That's okay. We're gonna get this going as quickly as possible. Shouldn't take us too long, I would say. So once we get the ramps out, we'll be okay. But basically, our job and goal is to load up all this dirt and sand that's actually running along the wall. As you can see, it's mixed in with the gravel, it just makes the gravel look like shit. So I'm gonna come in here and do a nice little scrape and back drag, make it look all chingon like this. And basically just rake everything, get as much sand as I can, finish getting this pile right here. But you can see, I mean, the wind just really messed it up. And then even over here on the street, I had just cleaned the street. And now the street is dirty again. So they're gonna get a couple more clips, considering I lost the GoPro. Get a couple more time lapses for you guys. Make this video look all nice and neat. And then we'll get out of here. So let's start this bad boy up. It's kind of chilly, not gonna lie. Alright. Sometimes this thing, I don't understand. This thing's kind of weird, but other than that, it's pretty alright. Get our seatbelt on. Let this thing warm up a little bit. See if we can unload it. All right, here we go. So now really we just gotta, let's see, clean the street. Gotta clean the street and load up the rest of this dirt and get it dumped. It should be ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna get the ramps up and get the gate closed. Alright, we are all wrapped up. Here we go. On to the next. On to the next.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are here at Lowe's getting some block for today's landscape remodel that we got going on. We're going to be doing some turf, some pea gravel, a raised garden bed, and of course our awesome turf bordering. We got Noel and Steven throwing the turf bordering block on the little cart now. We don't need much. We don't need half a pallet or a full pallet or anything. We only need about 120 of them. And then we also need 207 of these Sierra Blend paver blocks for the garden bed. And then we're ready to head on over to this job site and get started on doing that, while we bring in some gravel and some crusher fine and get ready for some turf.
Dropping the topsoil now. It's topsoil and compost. We're gonna go ahead and backfill the flower bed. Just waiting for this thing to lift up. I'm in the middle of the road, but hey, it's all good.
All right, guys, we are here at JPR now. We already came once to get the topsoil and fill dirt for the garden bed, but now we're here. we are getting some crusher fine for our paver bordering and our turf base. So we're getting loaded up, and then we are headed on back to the job site and then on to go get us some grass. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a Monday. Dang, look at this guy's trailer.
Ooh! Nice.
Daddy likey.
Yeah.
It's a little short though.
Huh?
It's a little short.
It's like our old one.
It's like a 12-footer.
That's a little bigger than our old one, huh?
You feel we dumb. Bro, why have I seen that before?
Because that's a thing.
Junk removal. Everybody watching this needs to do junk removal.
Yes,
You wanna
sir.
make money? Do junk removal.
Yeah, don't do landscaping. No, I'm just kidding. Don't step on our toes. No. There we go, getting all loaded up. Dope. Dope. Yeah, they're both supposed to be on the outside. So, where are we at here? Shrink this?
Yeah, you watch. Go ahead and
I just want to make sure they wanted about 3 feet, right? So we're at 30. That's why I said 8 inches on each side plus that, because that gives us 36 inches. So the standard gate.
All right, so we got so far turf bordering almost in, 15 by 30. Nice little piece of grass going in there. Getting the crusher fine unloaded and the gravel unloaded. Gravel's in on
Alright, so I know I haven't done much recording today. I don't know what you guys have saw or what you haven't seen. But here's where we're at. So we got some gravel laid down there. We got the wall built. We got the turf bordering going in, getting wrapped up, and getting ready for some grass. So this is just something simple. All we did was a little bit of pea gravel. I know it's windy, but we did a little bit of pea gravel, some turf, and a raised garden bed. Right here is going to be a little walkway, and that's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. These guys are seriously kicking ass, though. Man, these guys are hustlers. Seriously, every last one of them. All right, everybody, good morning. We're here on the turf project that we were doing. I don't know if Josiah's taking content or video as well, but I know he's on another turf install up in Bernalillo. I'm here getting this wrapped up. We're almost done. I got Jordan brooming up the turf now, Steven finishing off this walkway, and then we're just filling in with some gravel and we're out of here. Check out what we've done so far. So we did the raised garden bed, a lot of the pea gravel. We gotta go rake it out, make it look good, because if you don't know anything about pea gravel, it's super loose. When you walk on it, it makes those little divots and whatnot. So we'll rake it out real nice and pretty for our pictures. You see we're getting the turf broomed up now. Turf came out fantastic. Just need to bring in a little bit more crusher fine for that walkway, get this going, and then we're basically done. Got to tap this bordering in just a little bit, just to kind of correct from laying the patch of grass over it. You know, all the little stuff, they kind of shifted and moved ever so slightly. So if we kick them back and then butt it up next to some gravel and whatnot, we'll be all right. Looking good. Zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
They know who I'm reppin' for. Yeah, I do it for New Mexico. They know who I'm reppin' for. Yeah, I do it for New Mexico.